Hello everyone, and welcome to another game of World of Warships. Today it's one of my replays, and I'm in the Kurfürst, a tier 10 German battleship. And the most exciting part, I'm on Faroe Islands, the new map. So it's a 3-point domination game here, everyone's tier 10, no subs, no carriers. But yeah, the exciting part, new map. So I've only managed to get this map twice so far, unfortunately, both time in the Kurfürst. But I'm hoping I'll gonna see a bit more of it. Also, by the way, let's if we can zoom in here. There's a Viking ship here, for whatever reason. So, you know. Anyway. Moving on. The map is definitely looking interesting. There are lots of islands. I feel like this is not going to be Destroyer's most favorite map, at least torpedo boats. But there should be plenty of islands to use for cruisers and plenty of islands for your battleships to get into brawling range, if they so desire, which I kind of like. So the center is sort of encircled by islands, with some escape roads though. So I mean, like, as a destroyer you can be easily raided, but you might be able to escape behind those islands in a reasonable time. Down there at sea there are lots of small islands that will make it very hard to torpedo someone, unless obviously you focus on the 9-10 area. Now, speaking of destroyers, I'm moving forward here to help with the Talent. And that Talent has not planned for an escape. That Talent has most certainly not planned for an escape. Now, of course, most of my shells miss, me being a Kurfürst, but that's why I have secondaries. My secondaries are not missing. Well, at least not all of them. And this Halland is getting wrecked pretty badly. The Shima has remember that it has guns, but yeah. The Halland has been dealt with. That's a good start. Well, unfortunately for my division mate Valkyrie, he has now run into a Harugumo, it looks like. And, well, he was probably spotted because he was shooting the Halland. He doesn't have a smoke, and the Harugumo managed to finish him off. Not an ideal start for him, but not bad for the team overall, because we've sunk 2 destroyers and only lost 1 so far. Now the question is where do I go from here. It looks like the Harugumo is going towards B, so I might want to turn around and help with that. Now we've utterly taken over C. There is a Salem somewhere, but that's probably just sneaking away in stealth. So, I mean, to think about it, I shouldn't be needed at B, because our forces at C are surely going... Yeah, I probably need to go to B. Probably need to help in the center here. Also, by the way, I might be able to... Well, if the enemy team ever pushes A, I might be able to get some broadside shots there. Keep in mind, this map is still utterly new and people are still figuring out how to play this, me included. But as I said, right, just look at the sheer amount of islands there that allow you to go into cover to ambush people with your secondaries. I mean, as long as people don't just sit in the back all the time. It might also be that people are still more willing to move forward on a new map just to explore. And there is the Harugumo. That's the main reason why I've turned around to help at B, because the Shima will surely need my help. Now, if the Shima spots, I'm more than willing to wreck this Harugumo. Unfortunately, Hydro is on cooldown. We'll see, can we get it? Yeah, I don't think my main guns hit anything. Anyway, so I'm trying to launch a plane, maybe to help with spotting. I need to be careful because I'm exposing my broadside, but once again there are so many islands, and I mean, at least this massive one is gonna stop some shells. A lot of those islands aren't that high, so ships can still lob shells over them. Now this Republic is a nice broadside. But anyway, where was I, right? So I wanna hydro the Harugumo, but hydro's on cooldown. So I need to wait here for about 1 min, and then we can go for it. I'm just afraid that we'll cap before that. Now the Shima can't spot anything cause the Harugumo smoked up. So it's just waiting here maybe for the smoke to disperse. Maybe it's gonna try to torp the Harugumo. Of course it has to be careful because, I mean, the Harugumo is gonna torp this way. That's pretty much certain. Also, look at this. This is going to be amazing, right? Once we deal with the Harugumo, all enemies are... Wait, yeah, there are exactly those troops, and the Shimmer is... Shimmer was controversy, wasn't it? I mean, that was sort of expected. Now my Hydro is almost ready, but the most important part is those were 2 salvos of troops. That means the Harugumo torp can use its reload booster. Now Harugumo's torp reload is not very good, which means I can now push in happily without risking anything. Meanwhile, I got some nice shots against the Ohio. The Ohio got a bit of return firing. That's fine. Okay, so the Harugumo is so low on health that I'm trusting my secondary. I'm not even bothered turning my guns. Meanwhile, I can get another salvo going against the Ohio. Now all the enemies are in this blob and we've basically surrounded them. So this is gonna be glorious. Considering that I'm taking the last cap that the enemy has, they might be running out of points though before we obliterate them all. But still, we've basically got them surrounded and I can come around those islands and brawl. This is going... I have a feeling I'll be very happy on this map with like brawling battleships, right? Just because like the center with all of those islands, it means that you can get your battleship into a position where you might be able to engage stuff with secondaries while having the cover to possibly retreat by breaking line of sight or just having direct cover from enemy shares. I mean, as I've said, I've only played this map twice, right? But so far, rather happy. It's also just, you know, just having this new map, having a bit of a new experience. We've waited, what, 3 years or so for this? How long has it been since we've gotten a map? 2.5 years, 3 years, I don't know. It's been so long that I've forgotten. Meanwhile, the enemy is now reduced to 4 ships. Turns out that even on a new map, the all sailing into one corner kind of tactic is still not working. Okay, first up we have a broadside Napoli, and this is like broadside heaven here, isn't it? Well, I didn't get Citadel, but that's fine. Gonna switch my secondaries here to the Republic, cause it's such a nice position for my secondaries. And at this point, all that remains is to see how much damage I can do. Now that Conqueror is gonna come around here. I could hold my shells for that, or you know, just shoot the Republic. I'm not sure how fast that Conqueror is. There's some Napoli troops still incoming, but I have hydroed them. Also, I can currently use secondaries on both sides. That's always a pleasure. And there we had a bird just coming right into our camera. Anyway, so now we have the Conqueror broadside. Let's see what we can get. The Republic has been dealt with and the Yamato is now covered there. Okay, so that's a Confederate and some nice citadels. You know what? I think next I'm gonna shoot the Yamato. Now keep in mind at this point, I'm not trying to sink the enemies as fast as possible or anything. This is one, right? I'm trying to get the most damage out of it before it's over. Now, my biggest issue is the enemy is down to 33 points. As soon as we sink a ship, it's gonna be over. Could I time it to sink them both at the same time? I mean, that would be hilarious, wouldn't it? So we have the Yamato broadside. We go in here. Conqueror getting low. Yamato down. Conqueror, no! It survived with 41 hit points. When we won the game, the Conqueror survived with 41 hit points. As I said, you know, I'm not even sure how possible it is to sink both at the same time, because the second we sink one ship, the game's over. Then again, World of Warships is not the most responsive game, so I'm sure there would have been a slight window of opportunity to sink the other one. But timing that with secondaries, you know, that would have been utterly hilarious. Anyway, this was a pretty good game. I've had a lovely brawl there, and it's a first look, I guess, at this new map. I'm very excited to see more of it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and I'll see you next time.